Hi guys, Tina Murray here. How are you today? Coming up to International Women's Day, March 8th, and it just made me start to think, what is it about being a woman in 2018? You know, I was born in the 60s, my childhood was through the 70s, and it's a time of huge change. In Australia, no-fault divorce came in, and look, I remember I was the second kid in my primary school to have divorced parents, whereas these days it's so common because 50% of marriages end in divorce. So huge change there. More women in the workplace. Yes, as a rule, we don't get paid the same. And there's a whole lot of things around that. You know, are women asking for their pay rises? What happens when we take time off to have kids? How does it affect our continuity in our job? How does it affect our priorities? How does it affect our self-esteem? You know, there's a whole lot of things that come specifically with being a woman. And, you know, I have actually a lot of my male friends have been the paternal carers of their kids. So how does that actually affect them too, if we're really going to look at it? Like, what laws need to be changed to look at how we can support each other and how we can maintain our self-worth and our belief in who we are as that changes, as experiences through our life changed. But what else is being a woman about? You know, we're a mum, we're a sister, we're a friend. I think the biggest thing that's really hit me is I feel like, at least in my time, we grew up thinking we can have it all. And most people who have got to my age have understood that we can't have it all. And in fact, a lot of the clients that I coach or the ones who have come to my workshops are people who have done all the right things and they've realised it's not working for them anymore. You know, they've got the job, they've got the marriage, they went to uni, did all the stuff that you're meant to do, and they're going, actually, I don't know where I am anymore in any of this. Now, this is a common problem. And, you know, I hear from people, one of my podcast guests, which is coming up soon, we did an awesome interview about the quarter life crisis. So those people who are in their mid-20s who are feeling like, what is it that I'm doing now? But I'm finding that with people in their 40s and 50s. And the people who come to me are not the guys who are going out getting their Ferrari. They're the people who are going, you know what is it for fulfillment for me? So coming back to women in 2018, what is it that really fulfills us? And I think we need to give up wanting to have it all. As I said, I think a lot of us, as we've got older, have realised we can't do that. But in getting caught up in, you know, the lives that we've lived, you know, all the different roles, the different hats that we've played, some of us have lost ourselves. So how do we get back to finding who that is so that we can actually be the woman or the man that we really want to be in 2018 and for the rest of our lives? The best way to do that is to get in touch with yourself. Now, that's not easy. I know that. It's really hard work. It takes time. It takes honesty. It takes going to scary places, and it takes admitting to yourself that you're not perfect at everything. And in fact, there's some stuff you're pretty shit at. And that's okay, because it's when you start to go deeper, when you start to see who you are, that you can then start to get some self-acceptance. So that's my question to you, is being a woman in 2018 less about what other people want for us and more about what we want for ourselves? And if we've realised that we do want more for ourselves, what does that look like? As a designer, I take a brief, I come up with concepts, I then document it so someone can build it, and then we review it once it's been built. We need to go through the same steps with our lives. Our brief, what is it we really want? What hits us in the heart? What is it that we just love and we're not making time for? That's the stuff we should be going after. Part of the brief, how do we do it? How do we get there? Who do we bring on the journey? Who do we have to collaborate with? Do we have a coach? Do we have a really trusted friend? Do we go to a counsellor to help us get in touch with that stuff that we need to? Do we join a group? What is it that makes you zing and what's going to take you to that next level? Because the brief is about working out what it is you want in the end. Then the concept. How are we getting there? What is this going to look like? If you could do anything, what would it be? And this is where I love bucket lists, because bucket lists are not just about going out and doing something. Usually you'll find that the reason you want to achieve something on your bucket list is because there's something in it that's important to you. Maybe jumping out of a plane is about having the freedom to go, you know what, I can do this, when everyone in your family has said, you'd be an idiot to do that. I don't know, but look deeply inside about why something's really important to you. What is it that appeals to you about that? Use that as a concept and bring it down and tick it off against your brief. Cool, this is what I want. This is what I need to do. These are the concepts. And now I'm going to document it. You know, I built a plan for a builder so he can go off and create the space that I want. Build your own plan. Write down what it is you want. Tell people, be accountable for it. Set milestones in place. Set a timeline, set a budget. Do something to move you closer to it. Because when we're not moving forward, this brief is just a dream. And in 2018, we need more than dreams. And then once you've started to plan it, start building it. Just because you know this is where you want to be, you need to start. Every building project starts with laying that foundation. So start to make time for yourself to do that. Every day, move closer to what it is that you want. And bit by bit, you'll see it build. So 2018, let's stop dreaming. Let's start building. Let's know exactly what it is we want. Forget wanting to have it all. What is it that you want? International Women's Day, March 8th. I'm going to be doing an event in Adelaide, and I'd really love if you're in Adelaide for me to join me. But in the meantime, let me know. What is it that you're working towards? What's your brief, your concept? What are you documenting, and what are you going to build? And what steps can you take today to get closer to that? Have an awesome day. Ciao.